You're sitting there at 2 a.m., staring at your bank account. There's $127 in it, maybe $500 if you're lucky. And you're wondering the same thing you always wonder. How is this ever going to turn into something real? Everyone's telling you to invest, to hustle, to build wealth. But when you're starting with barely anything, it all feels like noise, like advice made for people who already have money. The problem isn't that you don't want to build wealth. It's that you don't know where to start. And worse, you don't know what order to do things in. Because here's what nobody tells you. Order matters. You can do all the right things in the wrong sequence and still end up broke. But if you do them in the right order, everything changes. There's a 5-step formula that turns $100 into $10,000. It's not magic, it's not luck. It's a system that most people never follow because they skip the one step that matters most. Step 3, the one that 9 out of 10 people ignore. And it's the exact reason why they stay stuck while others break through. In this video, you're going to understand why $10,000 isn't just a number. It's a psychological turning point that changes how you think about money forever. You'll learn the exact 5-step system that gets you there, even if you're starting with just $100. You'll see the 3 mental transformations that happen when you follow the right order. You'll discover why step 3 is the most powerful move you can make and why almost everyone skips it. And most importantly, you'll walk away with a plan you can start today without needing to earn more money first. I'm James, and I've spent far too much time breaking down how people actually build wealth from scratch, and the pattern is always the same. It's never about how much you start with. It's always about the order you move in. So let's break it down. But first, if you want to stop guessing and start building real wealth, hit that subscribe button because we're about to go deep and you don't want to miss what comes next. Most people live in a cycle. Paycheck comes in, bills go out. Maybe there's a little left over, maybe there's not. Either way, by the end of the month, you're right back where you started. And the worst part, you're not lazy, you're not careless, you're just tired of feeling like you're always one emergency away from disaster. You've tried to learn about investing. You've watched the videos, read the articles, listened to the podcasts. But every piece of advice assumes you already have thousands saved up, or that you have time to learn complex strategies, or that you're already exhausted from just keeping your head above water. So you freeze, because when you don't know where to start, the easiest thing to do is nothing. And the months turn into years, and you're still in the same place, wondering why everyone else seems to figure it out except you. But here's the truth. You don't need more money to start. You don't even need more knowledge. You just need the right order. The difference between someone who builds wealth and someone who stays stuck isn't about how much they earn. It's about the sequence they follow. Think of it like building a house. You can't put up walls before you have a foundation. You can't add a roof before the walls are up. Every step depends on the one before it. The same is true with money. Most people try to invest before they've built their foundation. They try to grow wealth before they've stopped the bleeding, and that's why they fail. This 5-step formula takes you from $100 to $10,000, not overnight, not through luck, but through a system that builds on itself, where each step makes the next one possible. And by the end, you won't just have $10,000. You'll be someone who knows how to build it again and again and again. So let's walk through it, step by step.
Step 1, build your foundation. This is the step most people want to skip because it's not sexy, it's not exciting, it's not about investing in crypto or buying stocks. It's about saving $500 in an emergency fund. That's it. $500 sitting in a separate account that you don't touch unless something breaks. Because here's what happens without it. Your car breaks down, you don't have $300 for the repair, so you put it on a credit card. Now you're paying 22% interest on a $300 charge that turns into $400, then $500, then more. That one emergency just cost you months of progress. But if you have $500 set aside, you pay cash, you move on, you don't lose momentum. How long does this take? If you can save $50 a week, you'll have $500 in 10 weeks. If you can do $100 a week, you're there in 5. And no, you don't need to make more money to do this. You just need to redirect what you're already spending. Cancel 2 subscriptions you don't use. Make coffee at home 3 days a week. Eat out twice less this month. The goal isn't the number. The goal is what it does to your brain. For the first time, you're not in survival mode. You have breathing room, and that changes everything. Step 2, kill the bleeding. Before you can build wealth, you have to stop losing money. And most people are bleeding cash every single month without even realizing it. Look at your last 3 months of spending. Find your 3 biggest financial leaks. For most people, it's credit card interest, subscriptions they forgot about, and impulse purchases. Start with high-interest debt. If you're paying 22% interest on a credit card balance, that's the first thing you attack. Use part of your $500 emergency fund to knock out the smallest high-interest debt. Yes, it drops your emergency fund temporarily, but it stops the bleeding. Then cut the subscriptions you don't use. That streaming service you haven't opened in 3 months? Gone. That gym membership you keep meaning to use? Canceled. That software you signed up for and forgot about? Done. This step isn't about deprivation. It's about stopping the leaks so you can actually fill the bucket. And when you do this right, you free up $100 to $300 every single month. That money? That's your fuel for the next 3 steps. Step 3. Invest in your income. This is a step everyone skips because when people hear invest, they think stocks, they think crypto, they think real estate. But the best investment you can make isn't in the market, it's in yourself. Here's why. The stock market might give you a 7 to 10% return per year. That's great, eventually. But if you invest $1,000 in learning a skill that increases your income by even $300 a month, that's a 360% annual return. So where do you invest? In a skill that makes you more valuable. A coding bootcamp, a sales training program, a certification in your field, an advanced Excel course, a digital marketing program. Let's say you spend $1,000 on a course that teaches you a marketable skill. Within 3 months, you use that skill to negotiate a raise, land a better job, or start a side income stream. Now you're making an extra $500 a month. In 6 months, that investment has generated $3,000. In a year, $6,000. That's a return no stock can match. And here's the part that changes everything. This isn't a one-time gain. This is permanent. You now earn more forever. That raise doesn't go away. That skill doesn't expire. That side income keeps flowing. If you're realizing right now that you skipped this step, you're not alone. Drop a comment below and let me know, because this is the one most people miss, and it's the one that makes everything else possible. Because now, with your income increased, you have real money to work with. You're not scraping together $100 a month anymore. You've got $500, $800, maybe $1,000 to put toward the next steps. This is a step that creates momentum. Without it, you're crawling. With it, you're flying. Step 4. Start real investing. $3,000 to $7,000. Now, and only now, are you ready to invest in the market because you have your emergency fund, you've stopped losing money, and you've increased your income. You're not investing out of desperation. You're investing from strength. Here's where your money goes. 70% into index funds, specifically an S&P 500 index fund. This is boring. This is safe. This is smart. 20% into bonds for stability. 10% into individual growth stocks if you want a little excitement. Why $3,000? Because that's the minimum you need to diversify properly without spreading yourself too thin. Anything less, and you're putting all your eggs in 1 or 2 baskets. From here, you contribute consistently. $200 a month, $500 a month, whatever your Step 3 income boost allows. And you don't touch it. You don't panic sell. You don't try to time the market. Over 12 to 18 months, with contributions and market growth, you're approaching $7,000. And something interesting starts to happen. You stop feeling like someone who's trying to invest. You become an investor. It's not theoretical anymore. It's real. It's yours. And it's growing. Step 5. Accelerate and protect. $7,000 to $10,000. $7,000 is the turning point. This is where momentum takes over. Your investments are earning returns. Your income is higher. Your expenses are under control. Everything you built in steps 1 through 4 is now working together. Now you increase your contributions from $500 a month to $800, from $800 to $1,000, because your step 3 investment is still paying off. You're earning more than you were 18 months ago. But you also add protection. You make sure you have proper insurance, health, disability, life if you have dependents. You update your emergency fund to $1,000 now that your expenses are higher. You set up a will or basic estate documents. And you diversify a little more. Maybe you add some REITs for real estate exposure. Maybe you start a small dividend portfolio. Maybe you create a second income stream, freelancing, consulting, a side business. If you're committed to hitting $10,000 this year, hit that like button right now, because what comes next is where it all pays off. Over the next 6 to 12 months, you hit $10,000. Not because of one big win, not because you got lucky, but because you followed the system. You built the foundation. You stopped the bleeding. You invested in yourself. You let the market work, and you protected what you built. And here's what's different. You're not the same person who started with $100. You're someone who knows how to build. Someone who understands the system. Someone who won't panic when things get hard, because you've already proven you can do this. The number isn't the point. The transformation is. When you have $10,000, you're not just richer, you're different. You think differently, you make decisions differently, you see opportunities differently. Because each step eliminated a fear. Step 1 eliminated the fear of emergencies. You stopped worrying about what if something breaks. Step 2 eliminated the fear of drowning in debt. You stopped feeling like you were sinking. Step 3 eliminated the fear of not being valuable. You proved you could increase your worth. Step 4 eliminated the fear of never having investments. You became an investor, not just a dreamer. Step 5 eliminated the fear of staying stuck forever. You proved you could build momentum. Let me tell you about Sarah. She's 28. 2 years ago, she had $150 in her account and a pile of student loans. She found this formula. She followed it exactly. Step 3 changed everything for her. She spent $1,200 on a UX design bootcamp. 6 months later, she had a new job making 40% more. That's an extra $18,000 a year. 24 months after starting, she hit $10,000. But she didn't just gain money, she gained confidence, clarity, control over her life. She's not awake at 2 a.m. anymore. She's not wondering if she'll ever figure it out. She knows she already did. This isn't about the money. It's about what you become in the process. You started with $100 and uncertainty. You end with $10,000 and a system. You learned 5 lessons that most people never learn. How to build the foundation, how to stop losing money, how to invest in yourself, how to let the market work, how to protect and accelerate what you've built. And you proved something even more important. You have discipline, you have patience, you have the ability to delay gratification and follow a system. That's worth more than the $10,000, because now you can do it again. $10,000 becomes $25,000, then $50,000, then more. The formula doesn't change. The principles stay the same. You just scale them up. You don't need a fortune to start. You just need a formula. And now you have it. So here's your roadmap. Step 1, build your $500 foundation. Step 2, kill the financial bleeding. Step 3, invest in your income. Don't skip this. Step 4, start real investing with $3,000. Step 5, accelerate and protect your way to $10,000. Most people skip step 3. They rush to the stock market. They stay stuck. They wonder why nothing changes. Don't be most people. The goal was never just $10,000. It was becoming someone who knows how to build it, someone who understands the system, someone who has control. Progress happens 1 mile at a time. And this is your first mile. If this changed how you see money, hit that subscribe button, because we're just getting started. There's a whole journey ahead. And when you're ready to learn what happens when you hit $25,000, the next psychological milestone that changes everything again, click the video on your screen right now. I'm James, and remember,
You're not behind. You're exactly where you need to be, 1 mile at a time.